Hello and welcome everyone, it's Angela and it's lovely to be here today to share a little project with you. So today I am here taking part in the last days of summer collaboration. It's called Out with a Bang. It's hosted by Mandy from SunflowersAndDors and Julie from Julie's Papercraft. I just want to thank them so much for inviting me to be part of this amazing month of fun. So yes, amazing creators, really creative, beautiful projects for all I've seen. I think I'm pretty much up to date at the moment, except for today's. So yes, I hope you're going to stay and follow along. Now the projects I've done today, I've used, I think these are Mandy's kit pages. And I thought they were perfect because my prompt is summer meets autumn. And to me, this really depicts that in her Poppy's kit. So that's what I've gone with to make my project. So yeah, now I thought I would do something because we sort of in the, I don't want to say the C word for Christmas, but you know, there's always gifting at any time of year for any occasion. And I thought I'd show something first that was pretty easy and also great for beginners, but something that you could gift and make in advance for those special people in your life. So that's what I'm going to do today. Yeah. So there I am, and today my partner is Kylie from Kylie's Card Craft. So I look forward to seeing what Kylie's going to do as well. Don't forget, this runs until the 31st of August. I think there's usually 2 people every day. There's odd 1 or 2, but yeah, I look forward to seeing all their lovely creations, and there have been amazing ones so far. Right, enough with that. Oh, the hashtag there was a hashtag. Here it is, JJII Out with a Bang. There we go. Right. So today, I've just got snippets of what remains of what I was working on. I didn't want to print any more. So these are gorgeous pages, yeah, and it's summer, so the warm colors are summer, but then bringing in some of the greens and browns as everything sort of turns to autumn. So perfect for me. Thank you, Mandy. Right, so I'm going to put that aside, and I'm going to show you what you need. So I have these large envelopes. Of course I have loads of envelopes. Who doesn't? And I love an envelope project, and I haven't actually done this one before, so this is new for me. Right, these, you can have any size envelopes. I quite fancied the ones with the sort of bit that flaps out like that. If you don't have a bit like that, you can always create it, so that's easy enough. But in case you wanted to know, you're looking at something that's 9 inches high and 6 1/4 wide. All right, so that's really the widths there. So that really equates to 16 centimeters. I think it's 23. Okay, there we go. So you need 3 envelopes. So these are my 3. Okay, now very easily done. All I did was, and I'm just going to take my glue stick because I have prepped things to make this not so long. Right, so you want your first envelope. I'm going to have my flap opening this way. Then this flap, we want all the flaps to open left. I'm going to just take this glue and stick this onto here. Now the little trick that I discovered is you want to get it about 1/16 of an inch, so like a couple of millimeters away from the actual fold line, and I'm going to lift this up in a minute to give you an idea. All right, and I'm just going to use the lines here just to get this lined up properly. Yeah, that's better. All right, so if you have a look there, you can see there's the fold and there's where that's stuck down. Okay, we need that for the ultimate plan, to give us a bit of space for folding. So that's the first one, and then you're going to take the next one and do exactly the same thing. Right, and then again just line it up, so pull it if you need to, just to get that. So you've got these 3 in a row now. Okay, so that's the very first thing that you want to do. Now turn it over like that. And what I grabbed was my masking tape. You could use washi tape if you wanted to. Now I did this just to strengthen these edges. Now you can do it this side, which is easier, and I'm going to just do it this side. I'll do one of each so you can see, and just run that on the fold line. It's just to strengthen it, because I know when I was making the other one, and in fact I'm going to make it a bit longer, it did want to tear, and so this is just going to help prevent that. Now you can just go and cut that off, you know. I don't want to spend too much time doing this, but you can just go and cut this away from this actual line there we go. All right, and then just tuck those bits in, trim them off, whatever. All right, so that's the one way. The other way is, and I did make it difficult for myself, is I did go and put it on this side. All right, but then again, it's cutting away there. You don't have to bend it around so much, so that's an option. So put that on both of these joins just to reinforce this fold here, because ultimately we will be folding that like that. And you see, it's just a little bit away from the edge there, which is what you want. And then you're going to end up folding it again, and then that just gives you a bit of play for this flap there. We will end up making another box fold at the end there. All right, so that's your first port of call. So that's the base for what we're going to do today. All right, put the lid on the glue. All right, now then what I suggest, and I'm just going to grab a piece here to help explain. What I did was I covered everything. All right, so for example, this inner bit here, I put in a piece of paper that was really just, yeah, it's too short this way. Like this, I cut about 2.5 inches. I fitted it in there just to cover that bit, and I stuck that down. I'll show you because I've done it on another piece. I just wanted to show you some of the tricks. For covering this piece here, I measured it up. All right, then I slid the bit inside so it's just fractionally shorter, and then I traced that bit around there. I did have a piece. So the bit that I cut off from one of the rectangles was that bit. You can then go and stick that bit down there, but you do want to be able to open this. So you could do that, or you could, just like me, I put in some plain paper there, which was actually their ledger paper. I think it's Mandy's ledger paper. All right, so you want to do that there. Then for this bit over here, I covered this whole bit in one, and I just took a sheet like this, but it was actually this one. This one here. And I tucked it in like that. These are just the tips so that you do that. Know what to do. Tuck it in, all right? And then I turned it over. I drew around there and cut it out, and I stuck it down. That's how I did that. Okay, so I didn't want to waste a pile of time seeing me wasting time showing you how I covered all of this. I then covered each panel as well. All right, so that's the first thing that you want to do. Right, so let me show you how it looks when it's all covered. And this is how it looks. Right, so I put in the ledger paper there. I've put in the page with the frames there, and then I've covered each one of these. So each one of these is a separate pocket. All right, it can lift up. And then on the back, which is this way, that's the right way, I've covered these panels. Now some of them I put upright and I stuck a bit on the end, which I really liked that patch look. Or some I put the other way where the writing was going the other way. It's up to you. And then I put a green piece on the end there. All right. Now when I close this up, it has got a bit tubbier. So what I did was, you've got your original fold line there. Yeah. I've then gone and made 2 successive fold lines. So we're talking about 1/6 from the original here. I made 1/8 of an inch, and then another 1/8 of an inch. I scored it with my ruler and my bone folder. So there's the first one, and that's the original flap. another one, and another one, just so that it gives that boxed fold look. All right, because ultimately you're going to need that. So you've got like a box finish there. Okay, so everything is covered and inked, so that's where we are so far. All right, so that's the first thing, and I really like how that's come together. Now what I did was I wanted to make a basic, really basic writing journal. All right, so I'm just going to put that to the side for the moment. Really easy how I did that. So the very first thing I did, I took 2 sheets of paper. All right, I've used this one on the one side and I've used that one on the other. I took my glue stick and I stuck them together. That's all I did. Didn't trim them. I've stitched around mine. It's not a must. All right, then I've taken one of Julie's pieces of, well, Mandy's pieces of ephemera. It was her pocket, which just literally folded in half and cut out. So I've just taken that bit of ephemera and stuck it on here with a little bit of lace, one of her sentiments, and this gingham paper was a scrap of my own from Rachel's kit. And then I've stuck in one of her tags. All right, so I've done that. You can see it's this bit folds there. That's exactly from her kit, and I've just stuck it on there. Put in a few ribbons there. So that's the front cover for this journal. All right, you can see why I've like made these things piece by piece to show you rather than wasting all your time. All right, so now you've got a lovely cover, really easy, and I use 160 GSM paper, or that equates to about 60-pound weight. But when you're putting the two together, then you're looking at about 110 pound, which is nice and sturdy, exactly for what you need. All right, so that goes in a little bit further. Right, so we've got a lovely cover all done, really easy, using the bits from the kit, nothing too difficult at all. Right, and then what I did was I took tea stain paper. I've got 6 sheets of tea stain paper in here that I made. I actually have a digital for tea stain paper if you're not a fan of making it. And then I had a couple of sheets of lined paper which I'd sprayed ages ago, and I just added those in because they're quite grungy and I'm not really a grungy girl. So I quite liked having a little go with this. Thank you, Mandy. I've stuck another one of her pockets in here and another one on the front because you'll see how it all works together. The rest of the ephemera bits and everything are going to end up in our little whole project, so you'll understand. So I've just added a couple of bits. I haven't done much. And then I did trim this a little bit. I've taken like 1/4 of an inch just off the top and I've just lined up the edges. That's all I've done, just so that it will fit in my cover. All right, so that's all I've done there. Okay, so now really quickly, I have just got my, and I'll probably speed this up. I just got all my bits and pieces together here. And all I'm going to do is just fit this. You guys know how to do this unless you have never seen journal making before. I'm just going to get another clip and really quickly I'm going to just put, I'm going to just gauge this. So we are looking, I'm not measuring anything, I'm just using my visuals here. I'm just winging it, as they say. Okie dokie. Right, now I think that this project, even if you wanted to just make it for yourself, is a great project to take if you're going away on holiday, because everything is in this pouch. It's not going to take up lots of room, and you've got a brilliant little notebook here, and you can put as many pages in as you like to take with you. So there we go, there's our little journal. All right, so you've got loads of writing space and you can add all the ephemera bits in here that you want. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my little structure. I'm going to take half the journal, so at that sewing in bit, I want to just slide it into the bottom here. How cute is this all going to look, eh? So there we go, you've got your journal. And then what I did was I cut out, no, not that, jumping the gun, I cut out a pile of ephemera. So these have little like library cards with little bits at the bottom, and I put all the small bits in. I folded up her envelope she gives you with the kit, and I put all those small bits and fussy cuts and the bit that fits on the bottom here as well. I think there's all sorts in here, and I have put it all in here. So this little bit effectively will fold around there, and it's a tuck spot. All right, so it's like a library card. So all those tiny bits I've put in there. Then I have cut out the postcards. There were 4, but I'm using 1. So I'm going to take those, I'm going to put those in there. All right, just keep below the fold line. And then we have got the larger card and 2 of the big tags, which are lovely to journal. I've stuck my lacy background paper on there. All right, so we are going to put those in here like that. All right, there's plenty space to store things. If you find leaflets on your holiday, you've got a place to store them in here as well. So there is lots of place to store things. So we've got these little bits. You could use them as tags or as library cards. I'm going to put those in there like that. All right, so it's easy to see everything as well. Just line up my larger tag, and then this I'm going to slide in there and have it like that, just so that it's easy to get it out. All right, so that's what I've done there. Now I want to just grab a little eyelet and my eyelet setter, this, and I want to just move this forward. So we are going to go like this. There we go. And then I've got some crinkle seam binding here, and I am going to thread this through like that. All right, so we've got our little closure. And how lovely doesn't that look? I mean, you could put even more ephemera bits, that she had loads there. But I just wanted to give you an idea. Tuck that in so it's below the fold line. So you've got your little journal. You're going to fold it like this. You're going to fold it like that. We're going to close it. We're not finished yet. We're going to close it ultimately, but I just wanted to put on a little bit of lace over here. Is that where I wanted it? Yes. So thought I'd just break it with a bit of a neutral shade. So I'm going to put my lace on just over here. That straight-ish. Okay, so we've got that there. Now you can see where the box bit comes into play, which is perfect. And then I just thought I'd break it with a bit of green. So we're going to have a little bit of that there. We're just going to wrap that around. All right. And then we can give it a little pull like that. And we've got a lovely little closure. And then the last little bit is I've got a little one of the tags that I've sewn around. I'm going to tuck that in there like that. Yeah. And then I've got this postcard. I've just stitched around it and put on some of my little paper flowers from my shop in there. And I'm going to tuck that there. And isn't that a pretty gift? Yeah. Perfect. Perfect for a holiday, perfect for anybody. And I promise you, you could roll these off in no time at all. Great for any kit at all. Christmas, birthdays, whatever that person's favorite theme is, you could go and roll these off. Right, everyone, I hope that you've enjoyed that. Let me know what you think. Leave a like and a comment, and I'd love you to subscribe. That would be amazing, so that you can get all the notifications of my up and coming videos. I have a new kit I'm launching on Saturday, so if you're interested, you can take look out for that one. I've got another collaboration video on Friday, so look out for that one. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you all. Stay well and be blessed. Bye bye.